Hello, my lovely Marshall Blanders. How are you? How are you? If you are saying, oh my goodness, boy, you need to wash that face, you're absolutely correct. Not really. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that's someone sending me a message. Because this is actually part of the treatment. So, for Corona, they're suggesting that you gargle with warm salt water. And another thing that they're suggesting is that you, kind of the old school, where you get the towel over a hot pot or boiling water, of course, turned off. And the steam, you inhale the steam, you breathe in the steam through your nose, breathe in the steam through your mouth. So, guess what Marshall's Blends has been doing? I'm taking advantage of that because if you know and you remember, steam does what? It opens up your pores. It opens up the pores. So I decided, you know what? Might as well. I washed my face, did the steaming, and then put some vitamin E to try and give it like a little treatment. Vitamin E is excellent for the skin. So that's what I did. Put some vitamin E on my face. So I wonder, my lovely people, how are you? Don't mind the bags in the back. How are y'all feeling? What is new? How are you guys staying healthy? How are you social distancing? What are you doing? How are you coping? Do you need to talk? I'm down there. You can write me. I'm also on Instagram. Hope you guys are following me on Instagram as well. You can write me. Facebook, same thing, Marshall's Blends Hair. You can write me, and I'm here to converse, to talk, okay? Because I do genuinely care. I care. So in my case, I think you guys know my mother had 2 strokes 2017. I started taking care of her January of 2018. And so since then, essentially, I've been quarantining, which is what I call it. And you guys can imagine if I would recorded this on my own camera, not through YouTube, it would have said quarantining. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing essentially for her health. And it wasn't until about a year and a half after the stroke that I was actually able to start going out because she was able to, her anxiety was taken care of. Her aphasia is a lot calmer. She can actually have good conversations. The only issue is her legs, arthritis. But so I was actually able to start going out, which is why I returned to school. So this social distancing and quarantining is nothing new to me, and it's not really that stressful. Now, for me, I believe the key is to understand and remember why social distancing is so important, like literally so important right now. The better the distance, the safer the person. And the staying at home, the quarantining is so essential because stepping out of your place, it's not like, oh my God, it's the worst thing you could do. But unless you have to do it because you're an essential worker or you have to go shopping, make sure you put something to cover your face, a scarf. That's what I use as a scarf because I don't have masks. I use a scarf or, a shirt, layered shirt that will keep sputum part and little particles and things from you inhaling it. But yeah, stay indoors. So what can you do when you're indoors? If you don't like reading, I don't like reading. There's other things you can do. How's about, and this is what I've also been doing. I used to journal. So I'm going to start journaling again. But the beautiful thing about journaling was I was able to read some of the things that I had written. And it was, I don't know, it was a little cathartic. It was cathartic for me because I was able to see where I had made goals 2005. 2005, if you don't know, was my lowest year in my life, but it was also the year I decided to never be sad or depressed and to never let anybody rob me of my joy. So this notebook that I use for journaling actually has some stories in there. And I mean, I'm going to go through and try and see if I can find at least one or two. But when I journal, Okay, I write literally what I am thinking down to the what. So why don't you do that? Take this time of quarantining to journal or to write a diary and be honest in your thoughts. Be honest in your intentions. Be genuine in your feelings. Be sincere with yourself. All right. And the beautiful thing about it is that you can go back to read what you wrote and you'll be surprised to find out what you're actually going through and how you're really handling it. And to also find out what goals you actually keep, you know, and right, how you can attain those goals. Right, how you can attain those goals. So essentially, that's one of the things you can do. If you have old songs you don't remember that you haven't even bothered thinking about, was there a time period that you love? For me, the 80s. So listen to some of the 80s music songs. Research some of the artists. Do you have any like medical questions? Research. You know what I mean? So my main thing is take this time to make yourself better so that when we come out of this period of quarantining, we're not numbskulls. Our brains are not entumecidos. To the contrary, our brains are actually polished and we are in a better situation psychologically and socially as far as conversation is concerned, that it won't be awkward to have conversations with people. You know what I mean? So take this time to be better, to work on being a better husband, a better wife, a better mother, a better daughter, better sister, better cousin, better niece, better granddaughter, a better neighbor. Of course, we're keeping our social distance, but even becoming a better neighbor. If you're not used to waving, wave, you know what I mean? So essentially, that was part of the chit chat. Today was just a chit chat. There was no specific direction that it was going to go. It was just, I wanted to say hi because I miss y'all. For real. Okay? So, the time has come for me to say goodbye, my lovely Marshall. See you soon. See ya.